Hello everybody, welcome into Talking Fitchburg on this Monday, July 11, 2022. I'm Jeremy Crosby, glad you're tuning in with us for TF on a warm, muggy, this is kind of just gloomy, muggy, hot day today. But that's okay because we had an amazing weekend in Fitchburg and across Wisconsin with probably the best temperatures and weather so far of the season. And that gave way to Festival of Speed happening over the weekend, happened on Saturday. And we're going to bring some of that back to you in case you missed it. Saw a lot of you out there both Saturday morning and Saturday evening. I came back with the family to watch the fireworks, got some snow cones, catch the end of the Criterium. But a lot of people turning out for this event. We'll take you out there coming up here on Talking Fitchburg today. Plus, we're going to check in with our friends at the Better Business Bureau, talking about a new law enforcement scam that's out there. And we want to make sure that you get informed, but don't get scammed at the same time. Had to stop myself because I want to make sure to say it right. So coming up for you, got a lot of headlines to get to today, and we're going to start with your voting locations. We're getting close to to the primary that's coming up on August 6th, and we want to make sure you're ready to go and know where you're going to be voting, because we do have a change on one of the polling locations. So let's jump right into this, and this is the one that does change. Only moved up the street, so not too far away, but Aldermanic District Number 1. Your polling location is now at the Catholic Multicultural Center, 5256 Verona Road. So was that Little John's? Little John's is going through construction, so now you're voting at the Catholic Multicultural Center, 5256 Verona Road. No other changes to report on the other districts. So polling location District Number 2, you're at the Wyndham Garden Hotel, 2969 Cahill, Maine. And District 3, you're still at the Fitchburg Community Center, 5510 Lacey Road, right next to us here at City Hall. District Number 4, you're at Fire Station Number 1, still 5791. 5791 Lacey Road. Want to make sure I said that right. And yeah, no changes there. Remember that you cannot drop off a absentee ballot in our drop box. That is still not possible. That was turned down last week. So you have to hand that directly to our clerks, and you cannot bring somebody else's ballot to hand in. So even if it's a spouse related to you, you can't bring it in and hand that over to the clerk. They will not take it. So I know a lot of people are frustrated about that. Fitchburg did not make the rules on the ballot drop-off. So we can only follow the rules that have been put forth by our government. And that would be the state level government. All right, turning our attention to the Broadfest that's happening this week at the Fitchburg Senior Center. Excited about this. Thursday, July 14th, 11:30 a.m. to 1 p.m. Drive-through or dine-in. Cost is $5, cash only if you can, and includes a brat, bun, chips, beverage, cookies, and condiments. I mean, that is amazing. Good deal. These are leftover. And when I say leftover, they were not cooked leftover brats from Broadfest. They had some sales friends picking this up, doing their own little Broadfest here in Fitchburg. No reservation, so first come, first serve. Better get out there and pick up your brats there on Thursday. I'm hoping to catch one or two of those, maybe with my daughter on Thursday. So we'll have to see. But hope to see you all out there for that. Turning your attention to COVID-19 and free tests available. Another 8 tests can be ordered now free of charge. All you got to do is visit covidtest.gov to place your order. Again, 8 additional tests can be mailed to your home free of charge. Visit covidtests.gov to place your order. Saw some news over the weekend that some of the numbers have been going up. Over 100,000 cases, new cases reported daily. So we're going to need to keep an eye on that. We're still going through this, so definitely jump on and get on the test. We talked a little bit about this morning. If you're feeling any of those symptoms, you should get tested to protect you and others from getting COVID-19. Another thing you got to protect yourself this summer is ticks. Some reason the ticks are up this year. It must be the perfect weather for them. I don't know, but definitely check your kids for ticks and yourself if you're heading out. And if you're like this person, oh no, I found one. What do? Well, here's the breakdown for you. Grasp the tick with a narrow blade tweezers as close as possible to the skin. Pull upward and out with a firm and steady tension. After removing the tick, use rubbing alcohol to clean the bite site and wash your hands. Save the tick in a plastic baggie just in case you develop symptoms later. This can help know what kind of tick bit you and what diseases it may carry. You may want to visit your doctor if you have a rash or fever within 30 days of removing a tick after possible tick exposure. I'd also document too where you were kind of timing wise, because that's going to help in determining the days, again, when it happened, or at least when you think it happened, because you may have got bit by something else and you may not even know it. So definitely check for ticks and follow these easy steps. Share the link to this story and all of our stories today so you can check that out in case you become, it's been a long time, knock on wood, I've had some crawling around me, but none that have been on me. But even just saying that story gives me the heebie-jeebies, I guess you could say. All right, turning our attention to the Flex Lane. Wisconsin DOT announcing today that the Flex Lane will be opening on Wednesday. The Flex Lane on Madison Beltline, U.S. Highway 12 and 18 between Whitney Way and I-99 interchange in Dane County is scheduled to open Wednesday, July 13th. The Flex Lane is designed to provide an additional travel lane during peak traffic, or typically during the morning and afternoon rush hours of peak traffic. The Flex Lane is one solution to improve the transportation in the Madison area. Wisconsin DOT is collaborating with local stakeholders to examine all modes of transportation connected to the Beltline. Other strategies are being studied to address the current and future Beltline needs, including potential enhancements to transit, bicycle, and pedestrian facilities. So how do you use it? I think that's the big question here. And it's easy. Signs are located above the lane, which indicate when the shoulder lane is available for use. And there's also a narrated video, which we're going to talk about tomorrow on Talking Fitchburg a little bit more and show you this. But the green arrow will show the lane is open for travel. The lane will be open and used during peak travel periods, special events, or incidents impacting traffic. A red X means that the lane is closed. When it's closed, the median shoulder should be used for only emergency stopping only. Cameras and sensors on the Beltline will give the DOT traffic operators real-time views of data to efficiently maintain the Flex Lane system. When traveling the Beltline, motorists are urged to buckle up, follow the posted 55-mile-an-hour speed limit, pay attention to the roads ahead, and be courteous to other drivers. Yeah, you want to stay safe out there as you head out. And finally, we turn our attention to the law of the month, which kind of works into this, and that's to slow down to keep Wisconsin roads safe. Speed is a common factor in the deadly crashes when it comes to deaths in Wisconsin. So let's take a look at this. Wisconsin State Patrol's law of the month is reminding drivers that when speeds increase, dangers on the roads also increase. If excessive, wow, how to say that, Ties? Excessive speed is one of the most common causes of traffic crashes. Speed-related crashes in Wisconsin were up 10% in 2021. 186 people died, and 6,871 were hurt in 17,597 crashes. All involve speed. Slowing down allows drivers to better maintain control of the vehicle and provide more time and distance to avoid potential crashes. State law requires drivers to follow posted speed limits. Law enforcement can also cite a driver for going too fast for conditions when hazards like weather, construction, or there's visibility issues. Wisconsin State Patrol troopers and inspectors handed out more than 49,000 speeding citations in 2021 and issued more than 22,000 so far this year in 22. That's crazy. States across the country have been seeing a rise in risky driving behaviors like excessive speeding during the pandemic, which ultimately led to more crashes and injuries and fatalities. So please slow down. Speeding is dangerous, costly. The citation comes with hundreds of dollars of fine in addition to merit points on your license and increased insurance premiums. Yeah, you never think about that insurance until you get pulled over. Wisconsin will partner with other states in the Midwest to address the speeding concerns, and the Speed Awareness Day on July 27th. Law enforcement agency in the regions will focus on reducing crashes, preventing injuries, and saving lives through protective enforcement and public awareness. So please slow down, be safe out there as, it's summertime. We know it, we get it, and the roads have been kind of open a little bit more. It's been easier to get around. but we want to make sure y'all stay safe when you're out there. All right, let's take a quick break. Coming up next, we're opening up the digest. We're going to turn up the speed legally and talk about the Fitchburg Festival of Speed, in case you missed it. Coming up next, right here on Talking Fitchburg.
You could be spreading the coronavirus without realizing you have it. So follow guidance from authorities where you live and do your part. It's important to limit in-person interaction with anyone outside of your immediate household, but phone and video chat are safe ways to connect. It's also important to limit any social gathering. This advice applies to people of any age, including teens and younger adults. Visit coronavirus.gov for the latest information.
After you joined our family, it was like, I really do feel complete now.
Our hearts are made stronger by how we treat others.
Put her there.
The light you share can impact those around you, but so can the darkness.
Later, twerps.
Did Pete saying mean things bother ya?
So when you reach out to another person, take a moment to consider how they will feel and let your heart be the key to making a difference. Because of you, someone's entire day, year, or even life can change.
In every heart, there's hope.
Brandon met a girl on a dating app. He finally found the courage to ask her out. No answer. He started to panic. Was he being...
Hey, sorry I didn't respond. I was driving.
She must be a keeper.
We're all just trying to keep things running for those who rely on us. That's why we don't have time to be sick with the flu.
We don't have time for delays.
We don't have time for spills.
Next.
We don't have time for setbacks. Let's be real.
Getting the flu shot
helps you fight the flu.
Get a flu shot for yourself and those around you too.
Welcome back into Talking Fitchburg in the Digest, and today we're taking you out to this past weekend's Fitchburg Festival of Speed. If you didn't make it out there, that's okay. It was a good event, and we hope to have it back next year. But for those of you who didn't make it, we were out there covering it all day long, and here is a recap of this fast-paced event.
Stay safe, courses open to traffic, have fun, have a great ride. We'll see you here when you get back.
I believe is the fourth year. Took a break in 2020, I believe, just like everything else in the world. But yeah, I believe it's the fourth year for Fitchburg Festival of Speed. So Fitchburg Festival of Speed is a day-long event here in Fitchburg at the Agora Pavilion. In the morning, we started off with the Fitchburg Family Pharmacy 25-mile bike ride, and that's just a casual ride. Great opportunity for anyone to get involved and participate. We followed that up with a 5K, and the cool thing about the 5K is that the top 15 finishers for both male and female qualify to participate in the Quick Trip $1,000 mile. So that'll be happening later this afternoon. Top winner for female and male of that event each win $1,000 from Quick Trip. We're also doing a bunch of criterium races today, which are bike races. Basically just doing a bunch of laps on the same course over and over, and it's a matter of getting in the most laps in a predetermined amount of time. So those will be going on all day long. If you like to watch fast bike racing, that's where you want to be. Following that, we have live music across the street behind us, starting at 2 o'clock. We have 3 bands total. All of the music is free, ending with Super Tuesday, starting at about 6 o'clock this evening. Cap everything off with fireworks, all provided by Fitchburg CETA. That starts about 9:15, 9:30. Again, all of that is free. We have food on site, we have beer on site, we have beverages on site. Just a general great time for families to come down and hang out for the day on this amazing Saturday. What they like about it is that there is so much free family stuff to do, just to hang out in a relaxed environment, but you can also watch some great races. It's an opportunity for athletes of all types, all ages, and all abilities to participate in something, whether it's a casual bike ride, 5K, or in the criteriums. We love being located right in Fitchburg, have a fantastic relationship with the city, with city businesses and the surrounding community. So yeah, anything that we can do to bring more people into the city of Fitchburg, give them opportunities to kind of hang out and just kind of check out the area, we're all about making that happen.
Awesome event again this year, and we didn't highlight the fireworks did happen. In fact, Scott and is another coworker of mine. We both came out with the families and watched the fireworks. We decided to put the camera down because we want you to come out and see that, but at least you got to see the main part of the event for the day, and thank you to all the participants of the day. Incredible talent out there, and yeah, this guy was just jealous because he doesn't move fast to do any of that stuff. So he's great at spectating, and that's what I enjoyed the most. All right, we're going to take a quick break. Coming up next, we open up our guest segment. We're talking about a new law enforcement scam. Yeah, we'll break it down with you with our friends from BBB next right here on Talking Fitchburg.
See on page 4 that the projections need to be blood. Next Thursday?
Seriously? Thursday? Can't do that.
This is really inconvenient.
I have yoga that day. I have no time for this. So.
I can't do Thursday, but I can do Friday.
Disasters don't plan ahead. You can. Talk to your loved ones about how you're going to be ready in an emergency. Don't wait. Communicate.
Type 2 diabetes can have a big impact on your life, but how can it be prevented? Well, the first step is knowing if you have prediabetes, a serious medical condition that puts you at high risk for type 2 diabetes. 1 in 3 American adults has prediabetes, but more than 80% don't know they have it. The good news is, prediabetes can be reversed, and for many people, healthy changes in their daily routine can make a big difference. Take the 1-minute risk test today at doihaveprediabetes.org.
Severe weather can strike anytime, anywhere, but there's a simple way to stay safe. Hey, Jim Cantori here. I stay safe in dangerous weather by planning ahead. You can stay safe too with a few easy steps. Build an inexpensive kit with supplies for your family's needs. Write down important information like phone numbers and medications. Always talk with your family and remember any pets in your planning. Be ready, be safe. Start your plan today at ready.gov/plan.
If you love them enough to suck the snot out of their nose at 4 a.m., then surely you'll check nhtsa.gov/the right seat to make sure they're in the right car seat.
Welcome back into Talking Fitchburg. Joining me from the Better Business Bureau here in the southern part of Wisconsin. That's her territory. It's Tiffany Schultz. Tiffany, how you doing today?
I'm great on this beautiful day.
I am as well, and I am glad you're here to talk about a new twist on the law enforcement imposter scams. And for people you don't know, but Tiffany and I always talk a little bit beforehand. And I'm always sharing my pool story with her, but this isn't the pool story. This is imposter with the police. But interesting enough, we have had this happen at the Fitchburg Police Department with imposters claiming to be an officer from the police department. This one is interesting though, because the scammers are they're always finding new ways of gaining trust, but they're getting more official now. Tell us what you've learned.
Law enforcement scams are nothing new. They've been going on for years, where you receive a phone call, text message, maybe a social media message from somebody claiming to be from law enforcement. In this specific scam, they reach out to you by phone, text, social media message, claim to be from law enforcement and tell you that there's a problem that needs to be fixed immediately. Usually it involves paying money or giving your personal information. In a specific report we have, there's a situation where somebody from law enforcement reached out to a consumer, told them that there's been a seized package in their name and that they need a copy of their driver's license and money to fix the issue. So, this is your typical law enforcement scam. But where the twist comes in is if you're hesitant about this, you really don't believe them, the person on the other end who's a scammer says, well, do you want me to verify my identity? And they send or text you a copy of their badge. Unfortunately, that badge is either stolen or fake. So they're trying to get you to believe them, the whole trust factor, by giving you a copy of their badge. And you're thinking, oh, they gave me a copy of their badge. This person is legitimate. May not be true. So before you would take further action, we have some tips for you here at the BBB.
This is, it's so funny that it seems so like, what? But at the same time, they're trying to find ways that when you go to verify it, so now the scam is getting deeper, right? They're finding ways of taking this to the next step, really trying to dig in that, oh, we are real and we are here to help you, blah, blah, blah. But at the end of the day, there always comes that common list of things that you can watch out for. And the first one here is don't give in to pressure. That is always almost part of any scam.
Scammers love you to take action immediately. And, you're thinking a package has been seized with my name on it. I need to get that taken care of immediately. Don't. That's what the scammer wants you to do. You want to kind of, think about, this was an unsolicited phone call in the first place. Call the police department. See if this is legitimate. Talk to that officer that is claiming to be who he says he is. And don't just ask, is this officer an officer at your organization? Because they could very well be stealing the identity of a real officer. So you want to talk to that person. If you have to leave a message and ask them to call you back. They want to know about these things too. So if you're leaving a message telling them that, hey, this person called me, they're representing you, is this legitimate? They're going to want to know about that. So reach out, do your homework before you give anybody money or personal information.
This next one is never send money to strangers. There's not very many cases in the police department where you actually are paying money to get something. But either way, it goes without saying that you just don't do it.
Especially when they ask you to wire money or use gift cards. Those are code words for a scam. When you wire money or you send the numbers on the back of a gift card, your money is gone immediately, unrecoverable, and usually untraceable. So if you don't know the person, don't send money to them without at first doing your research and verifying if it's legitimate or not.
Also, guarding your personal information during this. So you're interacting with this fraudster, you really got to be careful about what you say.
Your personal information is just important as your money. You need to treat it as cash, and don't give out your personal information, your name, your address, your phone number, your bank account information. They could be asking for bank account information too, and then it turns into a phishing scam. They may not be scamming you today, but they could be scamming you down the road and using that information in another scam. So it's extremely important to guard your personal information.
Next one, just stopping it before it ever starts. Just don't answer it.
hang up. Don't engage with these people. They want you to engage with them because the longer you're on the phone with them, the longer they have the opportunity to engage with you and scam you. So if you don't know the number, if you don't know the phone number that's calling you, even if it says it's from the police department or the FBI, they're very good at spoofing phone numbers. So don't answer it. Send it through the voicemail. If they do leave you a message to call them back, don't call the number that left you the message. Go ahead and look up the official phone number to call back.
Yeah, so important. And the final one, and I love that you're including this on it. A lot of these is report it. Why do we want to report these things?
If you've been the victim of this scam or another scam, we'd love for you to report it to us at bbb.org/scam tracker. Your report is going to help warn others of the scams taking place in the marketplace. We're going to be able to get it out here on Talking Fitchburg and, possibly even bring justice to these scammers if we can. If this is a domestic scam, sometimes we can share the information with other authorities and they can look into it and, end the scam on a positive note. So lots of reasons why you should report it to us at bbb.org/scam tracker.
Yeah, and don't be afraid of the police department. I think that's a part of this intimidation piece. It's the police department. I better, don't be afraid. The officers are willing to talk to you. Anybody on staff are willing to talk to you. I think that's a misnomer there too. So, when in doubt, give the police department a direct call to their direct line and talk to a legit officer about what's going on and verify it that way. And they'll probably be able to tell you really quickly that that was a scam and then definitely report it. Tiffany, thank you so much for the great information. Love these, bringing these scams to the forefront, and hopefully we can catch some of these fraudsters. We'll check in with you real soon.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you. We'll take a quick break. More to come. You're watching Talking Fitchburg.
Como padre, todos los días son un desafío. Y hay que estar ahí presentes. No importa lo cansado que uno esté, hay que estar ahí presentes para ellos. Cuando los niños aprenden algo nuevo, es ese momento mágico y especial. Y creo que presenciar eso ese momento es mi favorito.
The central and midwestern U.S. averages more than 850 tornadoes each year, and lately, the number of floods has been rising in the region too. So chances are, there will be more twisters and floods near here again. And between school, sports, and social lives, chances are, you won't be with your kids when it happens. Will they know what to do? Ready.gov/kids has all the educational tools and information to make the conversation easy. When the time comes, chances are they'll feel prepared, not scared. So talk with your family today.
Multiple studies have shown that marijuana can slow both driver reaction and response time, which can be really dangerous. He's here. He's here. Wait. What?
I can't drive.
Why? I'm high. Oh.
Welcome back into Talking Fitchburg. Wrapping up the show for today. I want to thank Tiffany Schultz from the Better Business Bureau helping us out with talking about that new law enforcement scam. Make sure you check the BBB for the latest scams. And thank you to everybody again and race day events right here in Fitchburg who help out put that race together, Fitchburg Festival of Speed. It was awesome. Thank you to the volunteers and everybody who came out. It was a great day event. Perfect weather as well. Have a great evening, everybody. We'll see you back here tomorrow for TF.